Run the day, run the day, run the day, the daily sports show. I'm your host, RTP, and aka ANT in HD. And under me, I got the GOAT. Hey, Gretchy, Zachary Gretch, game time, Gretch. How you doing, my brother?
It's time for the top 10 NFL teams, and I'm doing splendid, because the football season starts this in two weeks.
September 4th, I believe. The first Sunday's on the 7th. Whoa. Hold on for me, baby. I did not mean to do that. We're not. Do I do it like this the whole episode? Zoomed in? How do I get this off me?
I don't know.
I'm going to figure it out. Free my dog till it's backwards. We're getting close-ups all day today. Zach, how you feeling, though, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. I think it's going to be one exciting season, something that we haven't seen before. I think the NFL is finally back. Yes, the NFL is finally back in a new, entirely different way. And it's going to be way more competitive football than we've seen before. And yeah, man, that's what we want to see out of this sport. That brings a lot of money into sports.
Hey, I'm sorry. I was trying to get rid of this Zoom. I'm actually going to have to rock out with it. What's good, Jordan, in the chats? I own you in Madden, brother. And don't say unfortunately in school, because education always comes first. Talking from two college graduates up here, man.
Yeah.
Some hustlers, some dogs. That's how I know Gretchy. Hey, before you guys get into anything, we get into any list, I just want to give a huge shout out to our Discord server. Our Discord server has been so lit lately. We've been playing Clash Royale in there. We've been playing Madden in there. And again, I'm yet to not mercy someone in Madden in that Discord server. I usually play 21 mercy. We play 28. It's free smokes. Actually, I think I didn't mercy Jordan last time we played. But it's free smokes in there. If you guys want the smoke with me, join the Discord server and you could get smoked out pretty easily. I'm not going to lie. It's all me all day. And then also, if you were in the Discord server, we had our announcement yesterday that this week is our last week of daily streaming. I know, it breaks my heart because I've had a lot of fun doing this all summer long with you guys. But that doesn't mean the content's going to stop. We're still going to have a basketball podcast every week, a football podcast every week, a baseball podcast every week. And I'm still thinking about going live on the weekends. I got to see how our schedule is going to end up looking. But, we still here. It's still run the play all day, baby. So make sure you guys join the Discord. You guys can get the early announcements, the Smoke and Madden, and all that from us. Top 10 NFL teams, obviously, today's show. Now, again, we got a Cowboys fan here, so I'm trying to see if the Cowboys are on there. I know the Eagles won't be number one because that's a disgrace to the culture. But how do you want to do this, Zach? Do you want to just go one team at a time? 10 through 1?
Yes. And I'm going to make the honorable mentions as the last part as our OT. Because if we have any time, then that's when the real discussion comes in of what teams just missed that top 10 area and why. But let's get into this. Where you want to go? Let's go 10 from 1 or 1 to 10.
I want to say this really quick. I think you could get – I don't have honorable mentions, but I think it's fair to give your honorable mentions after number 6 because I think our top 5 should be the same teams at least.
Let's do it.
Is that fair to say?
That's very fair to say. Hey, it's run the play, man. It's in the chair. It's in the chair, so I have to respect what you got to do.
ANT in HD. ANT zoomed in too much today, and I still can't figure out how to get this shit off. All right, and today we're just live on YouTube. My Instagram isn't working, and we're live on Zach's Instagram as well. Plug your Instagram real quick, Zach. Let the people know where they can find you.
Game Time Gretch, and also at Game Time Gretch on YouTube. Find me getting ready for the season for Laverne Athletics and for Fullerton Athletics, my brand new school, home of the California State University Titans. Tusks up. So, anyways, that's where you find me. And obviously, I run the play. I've been so grateful with it. We're going to be talking football a long time.
Yeah, boy. Also in the Discord server, I don't know how I didn't mention this, but we also have a fantasy football league going on. We're trying to fill out. Zach, I'm going to send it to you. We got to get you in there too. We're going to be running a fantasy football league this season, so it's going to be lit. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, enough edging you guys on. Let's get to number 10. And at number 10, for me, I have the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Minnesota Vikings were a team last year that they were great last year, and I think JJ McCarthy definitely is a downplay from Sam Darnold, but I still think this roster didn't lose much. They're still a stacked roster, other than I believe Jordan Addison's dealing with some legal stuff right now or an injury or something like that. But other than that, man, this team is solid. This team is stacked. I expect a big year from Jalen Naylor. And again, I don't love this team to death because I don't really love JJ McCarthy. But I think if a team wins, as I think they won 14 games last season, it's hard to just win 14 games and then be 10-7 the next year, So I'm gonna give this team some flowers, and I'm gonna put them at number 10.
Well, I like how we disagree all the time. It's pretty funny. I agree what you're saying about Minnesota. I think they still got some hope in there for the Skull Kingdom, but
Skull.
I disagree. I think it's them Cheeseheads at number 10. Them Cheeseheads, go Pack, go. Look at Jordan Love. We still got Josh Jacobs in there. We got Jaden Reed, and then introduce himself, the speedster from Texas, Matthew Golden, along with Romeo Dobbs. And you still got Tucker Kraft. I mean, look at what interests me about the Packers is the fact is that look at now they got some receivers. Now there's more connection, but it's all off of what Jordan Love wants to do in this system. They also got some good defensive pickups, especially with Xavier McKinney at free safety. I think that's very big. And then you got to get a healthy Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary still. You got Quay Walker, who was having an outstanding year last year. And, hey, I think this is something that's something that's going to be very, very interesting too. They also got that guy, Kayshawn Nixon. I like that cornerback. Very scrappy. But also, the big question mark too in their defense is how are they going to do with Jair Alexander gone?
Yeah.
That's something that's going to be big. But I put them at 10 because, look, at the Packers always find themselves very competitive in the NFL and very competitive in general. So I got them, but I also got another team at top 10 because it was very hard for me. And I'll tell you why. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are my 10 team.
So you have 2 10s?
I have 2 10s because it was very hard to decide. But that's the only one. That's the only time I have a team like that. Look at Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and I always get his name wrong, but obviously the Ohio State pickup.
Emeka Egbuka?
Yeah, Emeka Egbuka is one guy that is going to be that rookie to watch in the NFL this year. I promise you that. And I think, look at the base defense for Todd Bowles. He's a blitz king. You got Hassan Reddick now, Mel Dean. You still got Vita Vea in that nose tackle spot. But what I like is Anton Winfield Jr., who's provided that strong safety spot for a long time. And I think they're going to do something, very well. Like I said, I told you, it's between the Falcons and them. But regardless off of that talent team roster deserved a 10 spot. And I like Baker Mayfield. I think he's really proven why he's at least a top 12, top 10 quarterback in the league.
I'm not mad at the Bucs at 10. I don't like the Packers at 10, though. I think you lose your best defensive back. Matthew Golden, to me, is a good wide receiver, but I don't think he's better than any of the wide receivers in their wide receiver room. So they just move very laterally, and last season they weren't a top 10 team. So I don't know. In sports in general, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse, and I don't think that team got better. Sure, a full, hopefully healthy season with Jordan Love knocks them a couple more wins, but I don't think that team did enough to be top 10 last season, and they got worse, in my opinion. I mean, I know they're young too, so we get that development. Hopefully we get a breakout somewhere, but I'm not ready to put them top 10. The Bucs, I think, is fine. I think you could have argued the Bucs were top 10 last year. The Bucs looked good last year in the playoffs. Riz, what's up, Mr. GOAT? That's a crazy comment. But yeah, I gotta show love to the Vikings over both of those teams, honestly. Neither of those teams made my list.
Okay. That's fair. What would you got at number 9, Ant?
At number 9, I have the Texans. Now,
here we go, Houston.
Let me say this, okay? 10 through 6 was really fucking hard to find the right teams in the right order to put these teams in, right? So I threw Houston at number 9 because we were good last year. Again, I don't think we win the division this year, so there's another team coming up, obviously, in our division. But I just think we're solid enough, and our defense could arguably be the best defense in the NFL next year with the young players developing. Same way we talked about the Packers. We got CJ. Our wide receiver room got better. It's just the fucking O-line, man. If they can make a midseason move to get some O-line help, then I think this team can make a Super Bowl run. At this current state, I don't think they're ready, but I think that we could get there. And I think it's good enough to at least be number 9.
Hey, I mean, you're trying to say all the right things, but I'm going to be honest. I love the Texans a lot. And like you said, that O-line problem got me shaking in my boots because I've seen C.J. Stroud run for his life. And he is one guy that's going to be great. I told you before, they're a playoff team, but at number 9, this is going to hurt me so bad that I'm even putting them in my top 10, but I can't not disagree on the stats. The 49ers are 9. San Francisco 49ers are 9.
Wow.
9. Why are they 9? I'll tell you why they're 9. Christian McCaffrey came off an injury-plagued season. I don't know how he's going to do this season. I don't know if there's anything left in the tank for him. I want to believe that. What I saw from Brock Purdy last year, very inconsistent. This quarterback needs a run game, just like how he said about the Cowboys a long time ago. If you don't have a run game in Frisco, then by hell means not. You're not doing anything. Kyle Shanahan loves to use that West Coast offense to go that first, second down, easily running. And then if it's going to be off a motion, very short pass. But look at you have Brandon Ayuk who's out. We had a torn ACL, right? Am I wrong? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he's gonna miss time.
Yeah, and then Juwan Jennings might be your wide receiver with Ricky Parcell. Well, Ricky Parcell
Jennings might be out too.
Yeah, exactly. That's questionable right here. So look at half of their wide receiver rooms out. Jacob Cowing's questionable. Jordan Watkins is questionable. You got Tariq Owens with Ricky Parcell right now. And Demarcus Robinson from the Rams, who is a third option.
And this is your number 19.
And this is my number 19. Because why? Everyone can get mad or whatever they're going to say. That defense is disgusting. It's always been disgusting. Yeah. And you know what? Look at, yes, they took a step back, but they brought back their original DC and Robert Saleh. And Robert Saleh knows how to get these guys going. When Fred Warner's on that field and what they're bringing, and if Nick Bosa can be healthy, because God, those Bosa brothers, that's a real curse. That's the ultimate Madden curse. Not what we see from a covered athlete. It's the Bosa brothers. And I think, they still have competent people to play in that team. They are always going to be a number 19 because they're competitive. But the Niners, they have taken a step back in what they're doing.
I agree. But the thing the Niners do have is a very, very, very easy schedule. I think they have the easiest schedule in the last 20 years, one of my homies told me, which is like, damn, bro, how do you fuck that up? So I do think as far as wins go, they could be a top 10 team in wins next season. I just think we all, like the Steelers that one year, we all know it's fake. Real quick, I want to answer this question in the YouTube chat. I'm in a 20-man league. How do I win PPR? Zach, who is your because if you're going to win a 20-man league, you need sleepers. Do you have a huge fantasy sleeper coming into the year next year?
A huge fantasy sleeper.
Everyone's talking about that Commanders running back right now. I think if I had to give one to win your league, Jaden Higgins, man, Texans wide receiver too. It's looking like it. Christian Kirk is getting bumped down on the depth chart. I think if you could find a way to get him a little bit late, the Texans are going to sling the ball, sling it around. Obviously, we're going to be down a lot of games and have to do it. So I would go with Jaden Higgins. You got one, Zach?
If I do, I got to look more into the stats. I'm not going to lie. I need to get better in that. I've been a little sleeping on it. So don't get mad at me, folks. Please. I promise I'll get better in the stats. But look at I think who's a fantasy sleeper? Who's going to be a sleeper this year? You got Josh Palmer, what I saw in that preseason with the Bills.
Okay.
Josh Palmer is going to be someone consistent. They're going to double, triple team Keenan Coleman, and it's not going to be fun. But Josh Palmer's going to be that guy. I also think the Lions, we saw Jameson Williams pop off the last back end of the season, literally was leading sometimes when Amon-Ra St. Brown was literally getting covered as well. And I think Jameson Williams is going to be, a sleeper, obviously, maybe a wide receiver too. But I think those guys, you need to look at those wide receiver twos in that heavy, passing type of schemes. With running backs, I don't know. I think the Chargers might have some with what J.K. Dobbins. He's on the Broncos now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Devin
think he's going to be somebody you're going to want. Again,
at 112.
I don't know about Devin Akane. I think he's very inconsistent and he's hurt. He's hurt a lot. Mr. Goat was saying. So I don't know. We'll see. Look at those running backs, but I'm also saying, look at those wide receiver twos are your sleepers. People don't realize that they really make or break your team in fantasy. And that's my advice right now. I'll get back to you guys as the season goes more on because, hey, I'm even debating what am I going to do with fantasy? So we'll see.
I'm skipping on Zay Flowers. I
No,
like
no. That's the one person I should have said. No.
Zay Flowers.
Putting Zay Flowers on your fantasy team, I promise you that. He is going to give you bucks, bro. Him and Rashad Bateman, it's literally money.
Okay.
I think Lamar Jackson trusts them more than he trusts Mark Andrews.
Eagles. Now. What's up, Gray? I will say this really quick. Zay Flowers, I don't love Zay Flowers. So I would fade Zay Flowers on Boom Fantasy. If you look at Boom Fantasy right now, you could check out their NFL full season bets. And right now, they have Zay Flowers at 900 receiving yards and 4.5 receiving touchdowns. I feel like that is – I might take the over on the touchdowns. 4.5 seems like he could get that. But the 900 yards, that seems like a lot for Zay Flowers. Now, Jameson Williams is a guy, however, that I do like his lines because they have 0.5 rushing touchdowns on Boom Fantasy. What you could do is you could scan this code right here, get a risk-free bet up to $100 for free. Risk-free bet up to $100. And Boom Fantasy is the only place where you could turn a 2-leg parlay into 500. Right now, 1,000 times your money if you spin the wheel today. So check out Boom Fantasy, scan the code, or use the app and use code RTP. It's the easiest way, best way to support this channel. You guys want more daily streams? Scan some more Boom Fantasy for you. Let's go.
Got to win it big time in that Boom.
W ad read, by the way. That was so smooth, huh?
That was great. That was great.
Collins or A-Chain? I would take Collins in fantasy just because I'm a wide receiver guy. I think you have a better chance at missing on your running back than missing on your wide receiver. Okay. Yeah. If you're Mr. GOAT and you're too young, do not bet on Boom Fantasy. But when you grow up a little bit, you know where to find us. Let's go into our – did you say – oh, you did, 49ers. Okay, number 8. Now, this is my one, right? I'm giving myself one where I could be a little bold and I could throw a dart at the wall and hope it hits, right? And at number 8, I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, call me crazy, call me what you want, but I have them winning the division. I had the Texans at 9, so I feel like I have to go with the Jaguars at 8. It's the only way. It's respectable, you know. But Jacksonville at number 8, I think Trevor Lawrence is right now in a tier that he shouldn't be, right? Like, he's borderline top 10 quarterback. We know Trevor Lawrence is the best college football prospect probably ever as far as quarterback goes. I mean, that man was dominant at Clemson. So I'm going to give him his flowers and his respect and say that he's still that guy rather than what we've seen last season because he didn't have help. This season, I think he's going to have help. I think the front seven is going to give him support. I think Travis Hunter's that good guy on the secondary. So I'm showing love to the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence.
Well, Liam Cohen, you better buckle up and say, hey, I better go win this damn division. So I'm going to say, okay, but we're forgetting about one big team that literally had the best quarterback last season.
The Chiefs?
Hell no.
Put some respect on Patrick.
Oh, sexy. Give me to the Bengals. Give me the Bengals. Who they gonna beat them Bengals? No, buddy. Hey.
Everybody, they missed the playoffs. They're weak as hell. No, I am not letting that fly, bro. That team sucks, and they got worse, bro. Trey Hendrickson's the fuck out of there, bro. So what are we talking about?
We said bold predictions on number 8.
Okay, fine.
Look at here we go. Look at Joe Burrow. My goodness, Joe Burrow. Look at. Are you gonna have to carry this team?
Yeah,
you're going to have to carry this team. Are you saving Zach Taylor's job right now? Yes, you're saving Zach Taylor's job right now. At the end of the day, what I think about the Bengals, I think they're competent a team, but I don't know. The reason why I chose them because I feel like what I saw from that offense in that amount of crunch time and the way he was dialing it up, I think they're gonna be great. But that defense is their kryptonite. That
And it
defense
got worse.
I know, and it's gonna get lit up. It's gonna get lit up so bad. But you know what? Defense wins you Super Bowls, right? We say that. But also offense wins you games and outscoring. And
Don't try to save the take. Don't try to save the take with the stutter, bro. Don't try to do that.
Game, that's Joe Burrow's name on it. And I think they deserve an 8th spot because it's Joe Burrow. And I'm not gonna ever bet against Joe Burrow. I think if he finds a way to get in the playoffs and they play the Chiefs, I got Joe Burrow. And that's what I feel. I think, look, you still got T. Higgins. You still got Jamar Chase. You still got some of the main people in your thing. And I think, didn't they get it? Quote me if I'm wrong, they got a new tight end, no?
No, they still got Gesicki. Maybe they drafted somebody, but just
Noah Fant. They got Noah Fant as a backup.
I didn't know that. Joe Burrow wanted Gesicki resigned. So they can't do it.
And I think, look, this offense was competent. They didn't have the greatest running backs. Let's not be lying to ourselves because that running back is a little questionable. But
Chase Brown's a dog. I wouldn't disrespect. Chase Brown's not the one I disrespect here. I disrespect.
No. I'm saying their depth. I mean their depth, not Chase Brown. I mean their depth. Their depth was garbage.
You're right.
They're garbage. I mean, Samaje Perine has not been the same since he was on the Broncos. So, anyways, off of that, I think what's the big thing here is I got the Bengals. I got the Bengals for a reason because they had the best scoring offense lastly, but it didn't get them a playoff. So, I mean, yes, that maybe might be our worst take of the day.
We're gonna talk about Pat, so don't worry. I think you ignored one big thing on this team, Zach, and that's that O-line, man. They didn't improve the O-line at all. I believe Amarius Mims is a rookie they drafted, but other than that, I don't think they've done it. Oh, he's not even a rookie, bro. Yeah, they didn't do shit with their O-line.
Yeah, they have Amarius Mims, your right offensive tackle, Lucas Patrick as your right guard, Ted Karras as your center, Dylan Fairchild as your left guard, Orlando Brown Jr. as your left tackle, who's been the veteran of that team.
But bro, it's free pickings, bro. You put any D line there, again, their defense got worse because Trey Hendrickson's gonna go, and that's bad, bro. You don't have an O line, you don't have a defense. Like you're saying, they don't have running back depth. They don't really have – they have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That's where I'm looking at. And obviously Joe Burrow, But
and we'll see. We'll see because, look, stranger things have happened in the NFL. We could say all these rosters and holy crap, maybe Joe Burrow puts on a decade class. But you're right.
I just don't know how a team that was relatively healthy last year got worse in the offseason and then they could jump into the top 10 in one of the best divisions in the NFL.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
you know what? I'll take that bold prediction on the chest, bro.
Okay, take it to the chest. And one more thing, bro. This is my last thing I'm going to say about this team. And it's going to be a long year if you're just going to be riding the Bengals all year because I hate the Bengals, bro. Everybody gasses up Burrow and that offense. The reason that offense was so good is because they're down every game. So you're just tossing it, bro. It's like in Madden, bro. If I run the ball and I run it up and I put up 21 points on you early, you might throw for 400 yards while my quarterback throws for 80. But it's like, who gives a fuck? You lost. So who gives a fuck about the best offense when your defense can't hold nothing, bro? I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver in football to me. It's him and Jefferson, 1 and 2. You could swap them, whatever, but Jamar Chase is minimum the number 2 wide receiver in football.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough to get you. I mean, we've seen Calvin Johnson struggle to get the Lions there,
Oh, I mean, the Bengals are the modern Lions, bro.
They are. You could argue Calvin Johnson's the most talented wide receiver ever. If you're picking a wide receiver to build a team around, you could argue it's Calvin Johnson just because of his frame and his skill. But it's just not enough sometimes, bro, especially with this weak-ass team. But I hope Chase Brown has a good year next year. I like Chase Brown. At number 7, I'm going to take the reverse Bengals, bro. We're going with maybe not the best quarterback in the league, but probably the best defense in the league. We're talking about what do they got? That's opposite. I think a good O-line. got Cortland Sutton. We're talking about the Denver Broncos. I'm going to put some respect on the Denver Broncos and put them at number 7. I think that defense is there. I think Bo Nix takes another huge leap this season. And I'm excited for Broncos football this year. Broncos were an entertaining team to watch because they would just hold dudes last year. I think they do that again, and I think the offense takes another step, especially with J.K. Dobbins there as the running back one. I think that was a big hole last year where they had a good running game, but they didn't have a great running back. It was Javonte Williams. So I think now you replace him with J.K. Dobbins, who had a breakout last year. I think the Broncos are going to be in position to make let's say this. Let's get a little spicy. I think they upset a team in the first round, and they make the second round of the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely something doable for them. I mean, the confidence in Bo Nix, the way he was playing, and now you have a scheme with Sean Payton and this trust. And understand, hey, like I'm going into this next season knowing that I have a quarterback. And that was the biggest thing about the Broncos is they didn't have a quarterback for a long time. But now they have competent people. But at number 7 for me, sorry, Detroit, you damn Lions.
Wow.
But you got me in a bad taste in my mouth. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, wow. Yes, wow. Yes, wow. Look it. You have a great offense, but what is that defense doing? You want to talk about a defense that really got bad?
They were hurt though.
Yes, and they still playing like they're hurt, dude. They're still playing. Look at their backups that I saw. Their second string team scared me in the preseason right now. Their second team.
Come on, dog. That's why they're number 7. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, what I'm doing is this. They need to prove themselves one more time to me because I've been rooting for the Lions and they let me down so bad to the point where, like, you know what? There's other teams that I think that are better than them. And my other 6 up list is better than the Lions right now. And you're going to be very surprised. I know you're not going to like it, but I think that, look at their offense is easily the top 3, top 2 offense in the league. That's no question. That is not the question. The question is, how is this team going to perform in the playoffs? And how are they going to do it? Look, they were almost in the NFC Championship. No, they weren't they? Two years ago, right? They were right there against the Niners.
I think they choked, or maybe they were. Maybe they were.
And then first round exit last year.
They're hurt though, bro. I just
know, but
listen. This is one of the craziest things that I followed last year. Aiden Hutchinson, correct me if I'm wrong, was top 5 in sacks.
100%.
Until like week 9. And that motherfucker got hurt in like week 3. He was a monster to open up the year. Okay. And he got hurt. So it's like that is like healthy Hutch might be the best defensive player in the NFL. We don't know yet.
No, I think he is. They
have Anzalone and Jack Campbell, who I think are great linebackers to have.
Davenport too. You got Davenport. Don't remember.
You got Ryan Branch, Kirby Joseph. And then if Terrion Arnold takes that leap and is a real lockdown cornerback 1, then I don't know how this team isn't real, bro. I'm not talking about the offense because the offense, like you said, is top 2. I think this defense, healthy, you could argue is top 5.
There's 7 for me right now, only because I feel like there's other teams better than them. What I've seen on the back end of the season, they can be cracking top 3 easily in the midseason, and I will apologize later on in our season streams. Say I am sorry that I disrespected you and what I did, but the Lions have to pay up for it. And I love Dan Campbell. He's literally, I think, my second favorite coach in the NFL, not if my favorite. And I think they have a lot to prove, and they know that. Biggest chip on their shoulder this year. So yeah, that's my 7.
So okay, let me hear the rest of your list and then we'll talk about it. Okay. At number 6, this is my last team in this tier. I think the next 5 teams are my real life, like these guys can win a Super Bowl. At number 6, I have the Washington Commanders. I'm putting them a tier down. I think they're gonna be a good team next year. I think they're stacked. I like the defense, I like the offense. They are a little bit old. And so here's something too. I've got a homie who's an Eagles fan, right? All he does is chirp about the Commanders and chirp about Jaden Daniels, call him overrated, do all that, right? Interesting thing he told me last season, they didn't beat a single playoff team in the regular season. The only playoff team they beat in the regular season was the Eagles, and the Eagles had Kenny Pickett starting at quarterback. So I think them going on that playoff run kind of cancels that out, but it is an interesting thing. Let's see how they look in the regular season with the tougher schedule. But I'm respecting Jaden Daniels. I had him as my MVP pick. I'm going to still stand on that. I think he's going to put up the numbers. I just think they're a tier below of these like contenders.
And we're on the same page one more time, man. Here we go. The Washington Commanders. Exactly what I thought. What makes them a top 5 team? You signed Terry McLaurin back.
Yeah.
That's what makes you the top 5 team. If you are going to go into the season thinking that Deebo Samuel is going to save you, my goodness, he is not going to save you the way you think. That guy has been hurt. And there's a lot of questions off that. That defense is disgusting. I've liked it, but you're right. They haven't won against a playoff team. And I don't credit that Eagles win as I credit it to a certain extent, but it's not the whole team.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not. I mean, you're missing the core guy.
Yeah.
You know? As much as people want to disrespect Jalen Hurts, you're missing the guy on the team. And then I also piggyback off you a little bit. I think Deebo Samuel is getting overhated this offseason. And I don't think he's going to go out and get 1,500 yards or have a career best year or nothing like that. But don't be surprised if this dude cracks 1,000 next year, because I think Deebo Samuel's a monster. He was just hurt.
Yeah, no, but I want to see it. I really want to see it again. And I look at. I still think Terry McLaurin is that true wide receiver one, no question. And they need that guy back. He needs to retire, Commander. I would love to get his hands on my team, but I don't need all these extra people. Look at Terry McLaurin, wherever he goes, and if it's a competent team, they're making the playoffs because he's that game changer. And he's gotten so disrespected all these years. He finally gets a quarterback that he needs. Boom. That makes you top 5. Right now, they're a 6. And yeah, man, it hurts, but I think Dan Quinn's building something over there.
Yeah.
Capital. I think he really is.
Terry McLaurin, low-key, is the modern-day Mike Evans. Every year you know what you're getting out of him. Only year he didn't have 1,000 was his rookie year, and he had 900 yards. So, and 7 touchdowns.
With the carousel of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Was ridiculous. And most of those quarterbacks, too, threw a lot more interceptions than touchdowns. And they also, quote me if I'm wrong, they got sacked a lot, especially the past couple years with Sam Howell. He got sacked ridiculously, those last 2.
I don't know if I can pull it up on ESPN, but I believe you.
Yeah, and look at that's what I think. That's why they're 6. Don't say that they're not a 5, but you're going to be surprised who's my 5th. And they're going to be what? But those honorable mentions for me, and I'm ready to talk about them once.
Let me hear it. I'm pulling up. I want to pull up Terry. Let's see. 2019 was the year, right?
Yes.
Before we get your honorable mentions, can you name every quarterback that played on the Commanders or Washington?
Yeah, I'm not going to even try to use a laptop right now. I'm going to try my best, okay?
Go off the dome. There's
Washington in 2019, you're saying. Since 2019?
In 2019. There's 3, and they're all notable names.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No, I think Fitz was before.
Okay, fine. Alex Smith.
No, before. We're looking at 2 guys who are known backups, and then I believe this guy was a high
Cousins then, right? Was he 19?
No. These guys are backup guys. And then one guy who was I believe a top pick, played 2 years, and he's out of the league for different reasons.
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins, RIP.
Yeah, Dwayne Haskins is there, and then if it wasn't Haskins, it was another guy.
I honestly didn't know this guy played for Washington, but this is like a guy. When you think backup quarterback, you think
Kyle Allen.
No. But that might be after, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy is a legend at his college.
Legend at his college.
Played at Texas.
Oh, Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy was good for them. He was competent for the Commanders, bro. But
he played 1 game.
I think it's when that concussion hit him in Texas, bro. It was it. It just battered him. I'm sorry. He probably hates me for that, but
this guy, I believe, is had the best season in college football history, passing yards wise. I want to say it's this guy.
This guy in passing yards.
It's weird. He went to a small school.
I don't even know this guy. I only know Colt McCoy and Dwayne Haskins.
Oh, no, this is in a CFB career, maybe? What's good, go?
What's good,
yes,
go?
Okay, most passing yards in one college football career is this guy. And he went to Houston.
He went to Houston.
Yeah.
Oh, Case Keenum. Case Keenum.
Case Keenum.
Come on now, baby. Case Keenum, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Case Keenum.
Yeah, that's tough.
Okay, cool. I got him.
There you go.
Don't need the Colt McCoy guy, but yeah, no.
With the knowledge. Let's hear your honorable mentions.
Well, the Broncos could be the 8th spot.
Okay,
but that's my honorable mention for top 1. The Broncos for sure. Now this Chargers team, I've been hearing a lot of talk about these Chargers. A lot of talk. You already nailed the head on the coffin with the Broncos, and I don't want to get into more depth because they are a team. Pat Surtain is the best corner, arguably the best corner in football these past couple of years, and nobody's going to stop him right now, unless he gets hurt. Which, knock on wood.
Have you seen the video of Jamar Chase talking to? Yes. I think T.O. Dude, that is like insane.
And Chad Ochocinco talking about how do I break the whatever. But the Chargers, we'll see. It honestly depends on what version I'm going to get Justin Herbert. This is the last time I don't want to hear Justin Herbert's elite. No, he's got to prove it this year.
He locked up Madison Beer this offseason, so maybe.
Yeah, that's what people were saying. So let's see what he can do, man. And I think Jim Harbaugh is going to bring something to this team again. I mean, I think they did better than seasons prior.
Yeah.
The Texans are there. Your Texans are there. They're honorable mention. I think they're going to make something explode. The Jaguars. But my biggest question mark for an honorable mention is the Cardinals.
Okay.
Arizona Cardinals. What are we doing? I want to see Kyler Murray be the Kyler Murray that I know that he can be.
Yeah.
That people know that he can be. Marvin Harrison Jr. should have a crazy season. It was lackluster last year. Let's be honest with ourselves. But they still got James Conner. You know, you still have a relative crew. And I think quote me if I'm not wrong, they still have, you know, a competent, you know, tight end too, which I had him in fantasy. And he was amazing. He was amazing. And I think he's going to bring another aspect in this offense. Now the defense, I want to get into this, you know, like that roster. Just give me 1 second. Like, I think it was literally, that was really the biggest thing for me was this defense. Looking it down from left and toe, I think the Cardinals need to be better off of defensively. They really do. And that's something that hurt them last season, especially in close games. You know, Josh Sweat is a great defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needs to take it back. And then Calais Campbell, you already know he's on his way out. You know, but Darius Robinson, who I liked was Zaven Collins. Now, Zaven Collins, that linebacker, was disgusting for them. And Budda Baker, we can always talk about Budda Baker. But
I love Budda Baker.
Well, what version is Budda Baker going to take this role and say, hey, guys, we got to play to our potential? You know, he's been a veteran for them for a minute.
Yeah.
And he knows that this competency in Arizona is not okay. But you got Zay Jones. You got these people on the offensive end too. Like, they have a team that I think, man, that can shake up the NFC West a little bit. And we talked about it. It's really what Kyler Murray wants to do. It always comes back to that position. But really, for any team on a quarterback like spectrum scope I'm watching this season is Kyler Murray. What can Kyler Murray do?
New Call of Duty trailer just dropped, so you don't know what Kyler. No, I'm playing. But I just really think the Cardinals are a team every year that I'm like, okay, this is the year. And every year they disappoint. So I like that you went with them because I feel like they have a lot of questionable guys that maybe explode or disappoint. But I just wouldn't do it because I've been let down so many times. So you go ahead, bet on the Cardinals. I'm cool with it. I like the Cardinals.
The Jags. The Jags were easily my 10.
Yeah.
And I put my boys in there, but I was very unimpressed. Off the running game. It's more atrocious than last season. Yes, you're hearing that, people. On this live, you'll hear that. The running game was atrocious. It was worse than last year. I saw it with my own eyes against the Rams. They were having a field day out there.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, off of that, that's my honorable mentions. And now we're cracking in at 5, and I'm excited for 5 because this is going to be the hottest take of the season.
You go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
The Kansas City Chiefs are my 5th team.
Okay, I'm not too far away from you. I'm not gonna lie.
The Kansas City Chiefs are my 5th team, and I don't care what anybody says. Regardless, you know, I appreciate Taylor Swift. I appreciate all these things. But the Kansas City Chiefs have won close games last season. They were a 12-win team, and I told you that they were only going to win at most 12. I'm thinking winning 11 games this season. They are not the same team we saw. And Travis Kelce, on his 13th year in the NFL, is still going to take more of a decline.
I agree.
Okay? He's going to take more of a decline than we've seen. Rashee Rice is literally half his foot into jail on a suspension. This guy is literally like, look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid is eating his cheeseburger one more time, just thinking about how do we lose our Super Bowl, but also how am I getting all these people in the court, bro? Like Xavier Worthy had also an altercation before. Hollywood Brown, speed, and all these things. Look at to me, this Kansas City Chiefs team has a very talented roster on paper, but when it comes to it, they cannot stay healthy altogether on the field, and that is a fact.
That is a fact, and they still made the Super Bowl. So
yes,
we could do that, and I don't have them far off. And I like Mr. Goat's comment. Chiefs go 15-2 without wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, RB1 in their left tackle. But I think the big question mark for me is Rashee Rice. I think the other guys, it's fine if they miss Hollywood Brown. It's fine if they miss Xavier Worthy. But I think Rashee Rice last season looked like he was about to have he was leading in every wide receiver category before he got hurt. So I think if he's there, this team is top 2. But I'm closer to you than you might think with this. And I've been loving the Chiefs all offseason and showing them love. But I just think this is what I'm realizing. We have a different team, and I can't wait to hear it because I don't know what team you have in the top 5 that I don't have on my list. But the Chiefs are in the same tier as these 5 teams, and I think any of these 5 teams could win a Super Bowl next year. So.
100%. But I want to end off of this 5th because I know there's way more. I want to talk about way more other teams than these guys. Look, I've heard about them too much. The Chiefs have been too much talk. I get it. I understand. I like it, but the NFL needs to be new. The first 6 weeks of their season, besides the Giants, can be a lot of losses. They got the Chargers first. They got the Eagles. And then the Giants come in. Then they got the Ravens and the Jaguars. And then the Lions.
Damn.
That's the first 6 weeks. So you want to tell me if they're that team, then I will shut my mouth and I'll tell you I'm never making a hot take again.
6-0, you rocking a Mahomes jersey?
Yeah, I will. And I will say, shit, I'm wrong. Go take me to Arrowhead Stadium and I'll take my girlfriend and talk to Taylor Swift myself and be like, what the hell is going on?
We'll put that on the RTP card.
6 weeks, they get at least 1 or 2 losses.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Them Eagles number 1, we're going to see, Gray. We're going to see. At number 5, for me, I have the Buffalo Bills. I don't have much to say about the Bills. I think they're just a solid all-around roster. You feel a different type of way about that?
Yes.
I'll let you shit on Mahomes and the Chiefs. Come on, man.
Keep on.
No, but Josh Allen obviously is going to win you games. The defense is solid. The offense is solid. I just think they're solid, and I'm cool with putting them at 5 because they don't have nothing that jumps off the board other than Josh Allen. Some of these teams have 2-3 rooms where I'm like, these could be the best in the NFL. Josh Allen obviously is him, but other than that, I'm not really moved by the Bills. I'm happy they locked down James Cook, though.
No, and that's fair. I think what I think on my end, for my 4th team, we're coming in, and I talked about them. I think, damn, this offense can be great. It can be the replica of Greatest Show on Turf. Oh, I gave it away. The LA Rams.
At 4, you're fucking
At 4.
The Rams over the Lions.
Wow. Just wait. You're going to hear my 3 and you'll be like, okay, I get it. Why? At 4, the Rams. Matthew Stafford needs to play healthy. I know he's going to be banged up. I get it. You can be so mad at me right now. I love their offense. They're a top 3 offense.
You don't give a fuck about defense.
I do, though. Listen, I think that team and that defense, the top 2 defense in the NFL next season.
The Rams.
The top 3, yes.
Why?
Hell
no. Fuck that, boy. I'm not going to let you just say shit like that. The Ravens
D-line
and the Broncos exist.
No, I'm saying that. No, I'm saying 3. They're okay, fine. You're right. I was a little crazy.
The Bills, Commanders.
Top 5. They're top 5 in a defense, maybe top 10. Listen,
They have a
I
good
know what I
front
said. I know what I said. Don't put that on a take. Don't even put that on a reel. Okay. Don't. I know you're thinking about it, but you can't. What I think is this. I think the Rams have a competent D-line. Like their D-line is insane.
Elite.
I
I
saw
agree.
elite D-line. Is the D-line is like scary. It's their secondary, man.
That's
You can throw that ball over their head. They could easily be a top 5 defense if they fixed things, and they should have put it in the trades. They should have made a lot more on their defensive backs. They got a lot to learn. Okay. So yes, I was kind of spitting right now off of some false things, and I drank the Kool-Aid real quick. But the top 5, no, they're not. That's why they're 4 for me, because I think Devontae Adams is going to make a difference. Kyron Williams is insane. He's a dog. I don't care what anybody says. He's a dog, dude. He's a dog. You're going to see it this year again. How do I feel about Tyler Higbee? Are you going to play? Are you not going to play? Or what are you going to do? Okay? Like, are you going to stay on the field for me? You've been competent, bro. You've been the guy. You know, but Matthew Stafford and that O-line, that aging O-line now finally finding its way in experience, they got to be better. They got to keep their quarterback healthy. I like Stetson Bennett a lot, though. I think he's going to do some wonders if he gets his opportunity to. But that could be a greatest show on turf with Puka Nacua. They can. They got the skill players to do it. And you know, I know you're shaking your head. You're like, nah.
Bro, I don't get this. Whose offense is better, the Lions' offense or the Rams' offense?
The Lions.
Whose defense is better, the Lions' defense or the Rams' defense?
The Lions' defense are better, but the
so how is the Lions' offense and defense better, but they're worse than the Rams?
Because they gave him bad we can shift them. Okay, regardless, yes, that takes crazy. I know. I might have made my list.
Too much Kool-Aid, man.
Yes, but it's fine. It's fine. Look, the Lions are gonna prove me wrong. But my top 3 are solid. Solid. My 3 are solid. These top 3 are solid. Okay, there were some questionable picks, but go ahead. Who was your 4th?
At 4, I have the Chiefs. Just because of Mahomes, they made the Super Bowl. I think that is a lot. Playoff success matters to me when I'm going into the next season. So I'm going to just give them their flowers there. I think we talked a lot about them. I agree with you that everyone talks a lot about them. I just feel like it's for the wrong reasons. Like, if we could talk about the flags and the refs and Taylor Swift and all that bullshit, but if we're talking about football, Patrick Mahomes is still, to me, the best quarterback in football. It's him or Lamar. And as far as their defense goes, their defense is solid. It's all on Rashee Rice and what happened September 30th, I believe, is the date for him to figure out if he's going to be able to play the whole season or not. But I'm going to give my credit to the Chiefs, man.
Gray's like, who cares about the Rams, bro? Next.
Facts. The Rams didn't even make my top 10, bro.
Hey, you liked the Rams. You were saying, like, oh, this offense is going to be good. This is this, that. You said that. And
what I said about the Rams was they're the best team in a weak-ass division because that division sucks.
Yeah.
I got 2 teams from my division. I got 2 teams from the Chiefs division. I got 2 teams from the Vikings division, 2 teams from the Eagles division. I'm not putting the Rams there because if the Rams make the playoffs, I'm probably going to have them losing in the first round. If I'm being,
look what they did last. They were what, in the NFC Championship game?
I don't care.
They weren't. They were a game away from that. A game away from that. That's fine, but Matthew Stafford showed why. Look at out of all the times what he's done and what they've done with them, competent or not competent people, he's brought them. They're a top 10 team, definitely, bro. Yes, I might have put them way too damn high because what I saw from the D-line, from the people.
I love the D-line, bro.
But might be way far-fetched on a 5. But you know what? Look, this comes in a 3. And this is my
offense.
You're right.
I go on that. But I don't get how you could say when they're healthy, they make the Super Bowl one time. And when the Chiefs are healthy, they fucking win everything. And we just ignore the Chiefs.
But we can't ignore the fact is the only thing that really got them to the top besides that, like, God scoring offense, which was amazing, was the fact is like they had better defensive backs than they had these past 2-3 seasons. Am I wrong?
They fucking make them work every year, bro. No one knew Trent McDuffie until they won the Super Bowl. You know?
No. I'm saying the Rams. The Rams defensive backs were better in that Super Bowl run than they were these past 3 seasons.
I agree.
Yeah, and you're right. You're right about the Chiefs. And I don't want to get into them anymore because they make me mad. But the Bills are my 3.
Real quick, Gray says that Rams are the only team to almost beat us. They're top 10 definitely. My argument is they matched up very well against you guys. And I know Saquon ran it up, but that front 7 is just tough for a team that's doesn't make a lot of deep plays in the Eagles. I mean, you get the Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, throw them up sometimes, but the Eagles don't really look down the field, and that's why I like the Eagles. Play the game the right way. That's American football, buddy. But yeah, teams over the Rams all day. Number 3, I feel like our list. I feel like we're gonna have the same number 3. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I think we're gonna have the same number 3. Okay, I agree. Okay, let's go. At number 3, I have the Baltimore Ravens.
Nope.
No?
Nope. Keep going. Keep talking about the Ravens.
Okay. I think they have one of the most underrated young secondaries in the NFL. I think their defense is going to be good. You have, again, him and Mahomes, the best quarterbacks in the NFL, bar none. You got Zay Flowers, who hopefully can have a breakout next season. Again, I told you I'm fading him, probably betting on like past total yards. But I think they're going to be good. And I think King Henry is at the point where we've seen it every year where like it's going to end and it doesn't. So at this point, I'm just going to say he goes off again this year until he doesn't. That's where I'm at with the Ravens.
No, that's fair. That's a fair take. Derrick Henry's been my favorite running back for so long. Derrick Henry has been my guy 100%. I don't care. Argue with the wall. He's been one of the most talented running backs ever.
Yes.
At his size. What is he, 6'7"?
He's big. I don't know about 6'7", but he's big, bro.
I think he's a guy running at you like that, and he's tall as crap. Well, I'm scared,
6'4", 6'5".
I'm scared.
6'3", bro. But he's just the way he's built.
I mean, he had to be.
He weighs as much as a dude that would be 6'7", bro. Like he is a heavy motherfucker, bro. Like that's how I want to be built for real.
And this is who's my 3? My 3. Bills Mafia.
I thought you were gonna have them higher.
No, Bills Mafia. You are my 3. The new addition, you got to sign your boy James Cook. You still got Khalil Shakir right there, Keenan Coleman, and I like Joshua Palmer. I think he fits so well in this offense. I think he's going to be a security blanket to Josh Allen. They're already starting to connect a lot in practice. Dalton Kincaid. Look at the line. Deion Dawkins, David Edwards, Connor McGovern, Osiris Torrance, and Spencer Brown. That's a solid offensive line. It's a solid offensive line. That's one of the best O-lines he's had these past 2 seasons. Josh Allen used to run for his mind. Now he's been setting in there comfortably, making his reads, scanning it. I like Josh Allen. That's my favorite quarterback. If you haven't known, you can tell I'm glazing the crap out of him.
That's not there too.
It's the defense. Greg Rousseau, look at Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, Joey Bosa's there. If he's healthy or not. Matt Milano, Terrell Bernard, Dorian Williams, Tre'Davious White, if he's healthy. Come on, Taylor Rapp, Cole Bishop, Christian Benford, and Teron Johnson. That is a solid Bills defense.
You know what I like about this team?
Defense.
And I'm not the type of guy to talk about shit like this because, like, I try to keep it to what's on the field. But they have so many guys who are like there's no egos, Like, you could have probably said that about James Cook, but there's nothing that's going to happen in the locker room that's going to end up costing this team. They're all good football players. They're cool. They're going to get the job done. They're all safety nets. All of them are going to go out there and do what they're going to do, and it. Like, no one's going to get burned. No one's going to have an amazing game or a shit game. It's all solid guys and Josh Allen. So Josh Allen's kind of that ringer where when he's hooping, this team is kind of unbeatable. When he kind of has a bad game, it's like you're cooked. But you could bet on Josh Allen to have a good game 95% of the time. So that's one thing I love about this team.
No, and your Discord's going off. What are they saying? I keep hearing something like
they're talking about 2K26.
Oh, bro. Well, you know what? Look at 2K26. Let's go betting in Boom Fantasy off of the Bills because I'd bet them in Boom Fantasy. I'd bet that team in Boom Fantasy.
Okay, we're going ads from Zach now. All right.
Yes, look at this. Boom Fantasy. You want to play to win? Look at and you can tell them about them rules, but I got the Bills, man. I got the Bills. Bills Mafia is the team this year that's going to make the difference, but they're not my number one. You know why? Because look, you got to play your cards the right way in order to win big.
You can't bring up Boom Fantasy and I not look at some bets, okay? So let's talk about the Bills on Boom Fantasy for a second, okay? Are you taking Josh Allen over or under 10.5 rushing touchdowns on the season? I'd probably go over, I think. I don't know how many he had last year, but I know it's 2.
Well, I'm going to switch it up. I think he gets 10.
10, so under. Last year he had last year was I think he broke a record. Last year he had this is passing. Last year he had 12. The year before that he had 15. That's ridiculous.
Okay, still over. Still over.
Oh, what the fuck did it just explode? What was that?
With that on Boom Fantasy. I say over, it's over.
All the fucking sponsorship. They just fucking gutted me, bro. He said, you go on Boom Fantasy right now, you gonna be eating good like Ant. Simple. What the fuck was that? Fuck his camera, yo. What the fuck? This shit got a mind of its own. It said, fat ass, and then just pop back up. Fuck you. What the hell?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. On Boom Fantasy, the Bills, baby. The Bills.
Bills, okay, does James Cook rush for 958?
Hell yes.
Over slamming
over. He's going 1,000. Clip it.
Clip it. Does Khalil Shakir hit 1,000?
I'm a frog. Hell no. I'm sorry, no.
No. Kincaid 600 yards. That's what they got.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Keon Coleman 750. I might take that over. I think he kind of starts.
Josh Palmer is going to be the second leading receiver. He's going to have at least 800. Keenan Coleman's clipping 1,000 or 900 yards. And Shakir is getting 7 at most.
I might be a hoe, but they also have Joey Bosa, 6.25 sacks. I think I'll take the under. I think Joey Bosa's.
He gets 6. He gets 6.
He's on his way out.
Yes, but he gets 6 sacks.
Okay.
The Bills are the team. And that all those people on that team, you talk about identity, that literally speaks the Bills. All those people on that team speak of Bill. Like they have to be on the Buffalo Bills. Even like they have Shaq Thompson still in second string. They have people that are still competent. Look at DeMar Hamlin. People can talk about all this one, but he was starting to play decent in the back half of the season too. So I don't care what people are saying off that. But then that's my 3. Now let's move to 2, Ant. Who is that second team for you?
My number 2 team, this is where I have the Detroit Lions. Now, we could I'll talk about something different here, okay? Because we talked about the offense and the defense. I think the biggest thing people are talking about is the OC and the DC. Switching out Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson definitely could raise some issues, but I'm going to tell you why I'm not really tripping about it. Number 1, John Moore, their new OC, coached under Sean Payton, coached under John Gruden. He was their passing development coach in Denver the year they got Bo Nix. So I think he's a big reason for Bo's success. And now if we look at the new DC, Kevin Shepard, he's been in the organization for 5 years. He just retired from the NFL, I believe, in 2019. So I think that this is a guy that they could develop into an Aaron Glenn as well. I'm not tripping about them losing their OC and their DC. And as we talked about earlier, I think this roster is elite. I think if you look at their offense and you look at their defense, it is elite. So I'm rocking out with the Lions.
That's why I think I put him at 7. You asked. It wasn't because of DC. It was because of Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. I got it.
That's why. And you know what? People can hate on me off that. But look at Ben Johnson is an offensive guru. And the Bears, look at what I saw Caleb Williams. I know it's preseason. I know. But what I saw, I was like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You just unlocked Caleb Williams to his potential, what he can be. He looks comfortable as ever. In that little drive, was completing passes left and right, made both of his tight ends look like monsters. Colton Loveland looked amazing. They are going to be something. I told about the Bears. They're not my second team, by the way. Sorry, I'm just saying that's just Ben Johnson glaze because Ben Johnson is the best offensive mind in football.
Okay.
Right now. Period.
Okay.
Period.
There you go. I'm not mad at it. Hey, what if when it panned down, I didn't have pants on?
I don't know. I would have been like, well, Boom Fantasy, it's been real, dude. It's been real. I took the over on briefs. On briefs over boxer. No,
Over on inches.
I'm playing. But my second team right here, because Guy Gray been talking about him all day. Hey,
You're wild.
the champs, bro. The Eagles. You are the second team. You are the second team. Say what you want. Say what you want. Whatever. Yes, they haven't lost anything. They haven't lost anything. But in the NFL, besides Chiefs, and I don't really count the back-to-back really that much, it is very hard to go back-to-back.
I agree.
Sports. Okay? They have a 95% chance going back to that bowl right now. Yes. Their defense didn't lose much. They got Jordan Davis. They still got Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Zach Bond, Nakobe Dean, Jalen Hungst, Keon Mitchell. I like him a lot. I'm not going to lie. He's going to bring something to them. Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, Adoree Jackson. Now, Adoree Jackson can be a liability, though.
He's old, bro. I didn't know he was
Adoree Jackson can be that liability. Okay, and we can see that in week 1. If you put him on CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens, he will get crossed.
Easy pick.
He will get sauced, and he will get mossed. Look at that ad-lib rhyme. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So, yes, and Cooper DeJean is the only one that's going to stop any defensive back. I like him and Pat Surtain. Those are the type of guys that I think they're game changers. Okay, Cooper DeJean is a game changer. You're saying why?
Mitchell is better, though. And I
100%. But Cooper DeJean is that X factor for them.
Yeah, he is.
Keon Mitchell is their star, 100%. But Cooper DeJean is that X factor. And yeah, so I got them at team. You already know why. Look at, we already know why. And now they got a John Mechie, your favorite. What is he going to do in this offense? John Mechie. Hang on. He hasn't really got his limelight enough. Okay, John Mechie. No.
Every time someone gets hurt and he plays, he looks ass. So, I mean, if he goes out and hoops, I'm cool with it because of his story. I'm rooting for him. But he's ass, bro. He's ass.
I like him better than I like Jahan Dotson.
I do too. I agree.
And I think John Mechie can do something in that offense. And that can bring something, maybe another wrinkle. So, look at, they haven't lost much, and they can make a difference. And I think it's going to be something to see with this team. Their offensive line is still great. They got Jordan Mailata. They still got Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Tyler Steen, and Lane Johnson. And was Steen with them last year?
I don't know who that is.
That guy sounds new. The right guard.
But I just think I agree with you. I agree with you that it's so hard to go back to back. But in the last 10 years, have we ever seen a roster this good? I think the only one you could argue is that 2020 Rams, where they had everything at every position. So that I have them number 1. I'll just go out there and defending champs, super team, didn't lose much. I think Slay is the only guy, but it's like, who gives a fuck? He was ass. So I'm not.
Joe Jackson just switched places immediately right there.
There's
just literally.
It's literally the same guy. So I'm not tripping. I'm going with the Eagles. I know it's boring, but it just feels safe. And I'm glad that you went with your number 1 team too, because I love the team that you put number 1.
My number 1 team, Flock Nation. Let's get ready to ball out. Okay, look it. I love Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Not my favorite, but I love the fact what they're going to do. Okay, Lamar Jackson had the best postseason of his career last year. The way he played.
Mark Andrews.
The way he did. Lamar Jackson is not the problem in Baltimore. He is never going to be the problem. He's literally the reason why they're competent in playing what they do. Lamar Jackson is still unguardable. He has not been touched that much like that. And at the end of the day, they're different. Derrick Henry, again, what I told you, talented running back, probably one of the most talented running backs I've ever seen with my own eyes, just watching him. Okay? Zay Flowers, questionable. We'll see what he does.
Yeah.
But you got Rashad Bateman, who's been Lamar's best deep threat these past couple years. He literally looks at him for the vertical route for a reason, because he knows that he's that big possession receiver. DeAndre Hopkins, yes, he's old. We're going to say whatever you say, you're washed. No, he is that red zone target with Mark Andrews.
I agree.
Stop lying to yourself if you don't think that. Mahomes didn't get to use him enough in Kansas City. Lamar Jackson will.
Sure-handed.
I promise you on that. And John Harbaugh He's gonna trust the fact of his team and what they're gonna bring, and I think that's big. And they still got a great offensive line. Ronnie Stanley, Andrew Voorhees, Tyler Linderbaum, Daniel Fallalay, and Roger Ronson Garden. I mean, this is still competent play. The defense for me is great. Okay, they are gonna bring. Now the question of the thing is okay, how is the secondary going to be? It's going to play really nice. Jair Alexander's there. You got Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton, Nate Wiggins.
I love Nate Wiggins, boy.
This is the difference maker. Is these corners are going to show what they're going to do. Now this secondary is going to be something to watch. You want to talk about a secondary to watch this season? It's going to be the Ravens.
Hey, show some love to Kyle Hamilton there too.
Yes, and Roquan Smith's still there. You got Trenton Simpson. You got Travis Jones. And, all these guys, even their defensive ends, I think people don't realize the team that the Ravens have and they've been building. This is honestly the best roster Lamar Jackson's had.
I agree. And I think it's stupid to knock adding DeAndre Hopkins. Even if you don't think he's a good receiver, like you said, he's a red zone threat. He's sure-handed. They've lost the last 2 playoff runs at the goal line. Mark Andrews, and the year before that, I think Zay Flowers dropped 2 balls.
Yes, he did. He did. So it was against you guys. It was against you guys, too.
No, they beat us. It was against
Kansas City. But he dropped balls against you guys, too, though.
Yeah, he did. But he dropped them against Kansas City, and I think they would have beat Kansas City if he didn't drop those balls. So I think having a Hopkins and Andrews last season, I know it was bad, but I'm going to give him a pass. They said his diabetes was so bad in the offseason, he didn't get a full offseason. This offseason, he's healthy. Hopefully, he can bounce back. And even if he doesn't, you have DeAndre Hopkins there. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Likely. I know a lot of dudes love Isaiah Likely. I think Isaiah Likely.
I think he's going to be something different, but he has to show this season. I don't want to.
I think he's something different. I think that's what it is. I think he's good, and I think everybody likes him because he's so unique. But I look at him more in a Taysom Hill tier, where it's like he could do a lot, maybe not what Taysom Hill could do throwing it, but he's pretty much a wide receiver that plays tight end.
He is, and that's what I feel like we might see from now on. I think we might see these new breeds of tight end wide receivers. You put them in a trio bunch, you put them in a flex type position, and hopefully they can block. But those are what we're going to see a lot more from tight ends. And that look at, we got to think Rob Gronkowski. We got to think, Jimmy Graham type. We got to think, and excuse me, I'm wrong, Antonio Gates. We got to thank him a lot for the tight ends that they brought in their line. It's kind of shifting towards that Antonio Gates, Rob Gronkowski type of vibe, and Travis Kelce, where they're more receivers than they are tight ends, and what they're bringing.
But all those guys are good blockers.
They are.
Likely is not.
I'm not saying that, but they were better than some of their wide receivers on their team.
I agree. Facts. But
Jason Witten is more that traditional tight end.
Go Jason Witten.
And that's what I'm trying to say. There's a difference. But that's what I feel. And I think in my top 10, I got the Ravens, man. I think this is the team. This is the year. Okay, Lamar, you want your shot at Lombardi? You want that taste of glory? Well, the team has to help you too. And that's the team right there that can do it. I'm not saying that, it could be an Eagles-Ravens Super Bowl. It could be the Battle of the Birds. The Birds Bowl. That's what they could call it, and that'd be different, but I do see the Ravens going.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. That's probably my favorite team other than the Texans. I'm rooting for Lamar. I think if Lamar gets that ring, then we got to have conversations about Lamar in the top 10, top 5 quarterbacks of all time. He's probably a top 3 regular season quarterback of all time, So if we get that last accolade, then we're good. But we've ran long for you guys. Thank you guys for sticking around with us the whole time. Please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, and I want to give a huge shout out to the Discord once again. Join the Discord if you want to play in our fantasy league. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, I'm giving free smoke in Madden, free smoke in Clash Royale as well, all of that. And then shout out Boom Fantasy. I know y'all did me dirty a little earlier, but make sure you scan the code, use code RTP. I'm thinking next week we do something with these full season bets on Boom just because it'd be a little entertaining. But you guys let us know if you want to see that. Comment, love us. We out. Gretch, let them know where they could find you.
Game Time Gretch on Instagram. Keep up with all the updates. Hey, football is not going anywhere. We're going to be here all season, me and Ant, and it's going to be one fun season to run. And at the end of the day, hey, you got to run. Run the play today.
Sheesh. See you guys. We out. Thank you. Again, 2 more streams left, boys. So tune in tomorrow and tune in on Friday. We got some good stuff for you.